If you've been with us here during the week for the Du Maurier Open, it's our first look at Monica Seles. Just to let you know, she had a bye first round. Beat qualifier Tatiana Panova of Russia 1-1 in the second round. In the last 16, good play. In the last 16, she beat the 15th seed Lena Lihostova of Russia, 7-6, 6-3. I've got that pronunciation right. Joe Dury's been training me the whole week. In the quarterfinals, beating Barbara Schett of Austria, the 9th seed, 6-1 in the third. And in the semi-finals, beating the French girl Anne Stideau. A great week for her. Beat her 6-3, 6-4.
Well, it's great to see Monica Seles on the attack. And now we don't see her very often at the net playing a sort of orthodox volley. She likes to drive volley, but the point before, very nicely played forehand volley there. Well, that's one of those times when a let cord doesn't work in your favour. It holds the ball up, and Seles was in a difficult position on the court, didn't know whether to go forward or go back.
Well, that's a great start for world number one. She's been in scintillating form all week. And it's continuing here by the looks of it. And these two are such great champions, Joe. I mean, they've met 9 times before, and Hingis has got the 7-2 head-to-head lead and 4-1 on hard courts. But Monica Seles, what a career. She's only 25. It seems like she's been around forever. She's come back from a stabbing. She's come back from losing her father, sadly, last year, and still is hungry for the game.
Yes, and she obviously wants it. I mean, there's probably no need for her to be out here. She does other things. She has modelled, and, you know, she likes to do other things outside tennis, but the hunger is there for it, obviously. I mean, I can't believe she's only 25. It's absolutely incredible. And to win 44 singles titles, 9 Grand Slam titles, she obviously feels that she can improve and keep up with the younger players who are coming along. After a while, when she came back, I thought, well, you know, before she was out of the game, she hit the ball so hard, and other players were trying to hit it as hard as her. When she came back, I think the tour had caught up, and they could hit the ball as hard as Monica Seles. So I wondered how she was going to fare really out here on the tour, but she's proved that she's up there with all of them.
It's a breakdown, though. It's a good start for Martina Hingis. 1-love. Oh, what an angle.
Both of them are already hitting the ball so hard.
First ace of the match.
Well, Hingis has finally missed one. She's got off to such a good start, Martina Hingis, seeing the ball very well.
Get the feeling, Joe, and not surprisingly, I mean, Monica Seles has won here for the last 4 years, and the final before that. They're on her side, aren't they? There were some oohs and ahs in that game.
Very much the crowd are behind her here, which I'm sure Monica Seles will be very happy with. But I think they're a very fair crowd, and they've been great all week supporting Hingis as well. It looks so effortless from Hingis when she's in this type of mood, taking the ball early and striking it so well.
Well, she's a great counter-puncher, of course. We've seen that so many times.
Well, I'm sure Seles will want to get the first strike in this match. I'm sure she'll be happy if the rallies are short and if she's winning them.
If we were going to keep a tally of the winners, Joe, I think we'd run out of paper.
You can't get much closer, can you? Plumb on the line there.
Close, but long.
Seconds.
Loud cheer for Monica Seles. She's got a name on the scoreboard. It's 2-1 for the top seed in the opening set. We'll be back with more action after this. Welcome back. The game has moved on. 2 games. It's 3-2 now for Martina Hingis in the first set. The grunts are at full throttle, Joe, but to no avail on that final shot.
No, and it's interesting that after Hingis had beaten Pearce, she said that the longer the rallies went on, the better she felt. So she will not mind these rallies at all. Whereas Seles, I'm sure, will want to get them over as quickly as possible.
I think she was listening to you, Joe. It's clever play from Martina, though, isn't it? The wide serve with a bit of pace taken out, just to stop the ball coming on to the double-fisted Monica Seles.
Yeah, she thinks about it all the time, doesn't she? Point after point. She'll put in a slower ball.
Anything at her, she'll punish.
And anything short of the length as well. Those are the ones that Seles loves. Keeps her eye on the ball, but she moves up.
Chance to get back on level terms. Crowd love it. Deja vu Paris for Martina Hingis, it must seem already. That was a loud cheer.
Well, also, I mean, it's good tennis, and this crowd are good tennis watchers. They appreciate when it is a good match. You can hear they're cheering for both sides out here, but isn't it? It's exciting so far. Side to side, and you can hear with the grunts, they get gradually louder and louder.
Yeah, there's a lot of crowd interference just as they're about to play, and quite rightly. Ian White, the chair umpire, just reminding them to keep quiet, especially during the point.
Well, those are the type of shots that Seles really wants out here.
This is superb tennis from both women.
And Seles is being clever because she's going side to side. She's not trying to go back behind Hingis. She's just going to go to the space every time. It's great to see when each point is finished by a winner, isn't it? It's great tennis.
And level pegging with winners. Not anymore. They're both returning so well. It's wide. So 2 breaks in succession. And once again, Martina Hingis has got her nose in front of 4-3 in the opening set. And Joe, 2 great champions. We've mentioned that before. And I'm sure Monica Seles was watching Roland Garros with interest, with everything that she's been through in her career. I suppose Martina could do no worse than get some experience from Monica. She's only 18, but such an enormous record already. Do you see her staying in the game very long term?
That's an interesting question because she's achieved so much. I mean, at 16 to be ranked #1 in the world and to have to cope with that and winning the tournaments, coping with the pressure. But with her mother and her support group, it's kept very much her feet on the ground. I mean, she likes to go horse riding. She's, of course, fallen off the horse and injured herself. But she likes to do other things, which I think is very important for someone this young to have. I mean, obviously, she is very mature and she really is a lovely person. Chatted to her on a number of occasions, but I'm not surprised that every now and again, things get too much and she blows up. I mean, she's only human after all.
Their mum sitting courtside, Melanie Molitor with the hat, 3rd from the left, or 2nd from the right, whichever way you want to look at it. You mentioned interests, Joe. She lists one of her favourite interests as shopping, and excuse me, but I've never met a woman yet who doesn't enjoy shopping.
You'd be surprised, Chris. Why not? She's got a lot of money to spend.
So with the break again, 4-3 first set. Yeah, a little shake of the head from Martina. The returns are awesome.
And I don't think the serving's that bad. I mean, these women are both intent on taking the ball very early. Well, that's 3 in a row off that side from Monica Seles, but she knows she's got to keep up the attacking play, so a few errors are going to creep in.
It's knowing, of course, that the standard has got to be right up there all the time. It's tough.
Oh, it is tough because you really feel that Hingis isn't going to give you very much, and therefore you've got to raise your own standard time after time. But that was 4 times on the forehand side of Seles. Interesting to see if Hingis will go for it again. Of course, an easier ball. That was half court, so easier for Seles to attack.
1 minute to break.
It must be lovely when you get a cheap point like that. So a love game. Serving to stay in the set, achieved in some style. Stay with us here on Eurosport to see if Martina Hingis can wrap up the first set. She sits down with a 5-4 lead. We'll be back after these messages. Final of this Canadian Du Maurier Open, serving to take the opening set. She really opened up on that one.
It's so difficult to read, though, when Hingis is going to hit it softly or hard, because she has the same preparation, and then she'll suddenly unleash it. And you know, Seles didn't even hardly move on that one.
Well, she was going to falter. There's no sign of it. 3 set points for the top seed. And there it is, a good set, although Martina, we got the early break at 1-love, obviously, in the first set, or to lead 1-love, she's always in front.